The FDA and CDC gave Johnson & Johnson's vaccine the green light over the weekend. The company expects to provide 20 million doses by the end of this month, and it's March 1st. Meg Terrell joins us now with the latest on the J&J rollout. Hi, Meg.
Hey, Joe, 3.9 million doses of the J&J vaccine expected to roll out this week, arriving for the first administrations potentially tomorrow morning. This comes after, of course, the FDA gave the green light on Saturday. CDC's advisory committee met yesterday, and then the CDC signed off on recommending this vaccine as well. It is, of course, the third coronavirus vaccine to enter the market here in the U.S. and the first that only requires one dose. Now, of course, in clinical trials, it showed to be 72% effective here in the U.S. in preventing disease, 85% effective worldwide at preventing severe disease. And in addition to being one shot, this vaccine is fridge stable at 3 months. So you can store it at more normal temperatures, not the ultra cold freezers that you need for Pfizer or even the more normal freezers that you need for the Moderna vaccine. Now, we've been reaching out to states and counties trying to get a sense of how they might use this vaccine differently from the other two. The CDC's advisory committee did not make any specific recommendations for this vaccine versus Pfizer and Moderna, but the states will make those decisions. They get allocated vaccine based on their population numbers. And some of them told us because of the easier storage, it could go to places where storage is more complicated, to rural areas. Arizona, for example, telling us it plans to allocate the J&J vaccine similarly to how it's allocated the Moderna one, to areas that don't have those ultra cold storage options. Also, settings where it's difficult to get a second dose, for example. Washington State telling us maybe the fishing industry, where a lot of folks live in congregate settings on ships, for example, that could be a place where they would deploy this vaccine. Others from the National Association for City and County Health Officials saying the homeless population, where it's difficult perhaps to find folks to come back for a second shot, or for people who may be hesitant about the vaccine and only want to get one shot. We also heard yesterday from the CDC, one of the committee members suggesting this could be a good option for primary care doctors' offices where they don't have that ultra cold storage, guys. The message from the government, from public health officials, is take whatever shot you can get, even if you're comparing some of those efficacy numbers. Here's Dr. Fauci yesterday on Meet the Press.
Particularly the recent results from J&J, if you look at the efficacy against severe disease, greater than 85%, and there have been no hospitalizations or deaths in multiple countries, even in countries that have the variant. So be careful when you try to parse this percent versus that.
Dr. Fauci saying if this had been the vaccine that he was offered, he would absolutely get it, and really emphasizing it protects against hospitalization and death.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.